hello again, magical, mystical, beautiful, amazing beings. Allure Mystique here, and I am back really quickly because I did want to just do a quick shameless plug and follow up to the previous video. I wanted to highlight a couple products. The thing about that is I talked in the last video about keeping yourself energetically clear, cleansed, aware, and aligned, right? And so with that, I didn't get a chance to really talk about some of the products that I offer that can assist you, or just some tools, because I was kind of recording, in a moment while I was on my spirit to get it out, and I had a quick break. But I did want to come in and share, because right now I do actually have, a couple of things. One, I am in the process of rebranding my private practice, and so that'll be coming soon with some additional services that I'm going to be putting out more so in a different public domain than I have before, with extending my coaching and counseling and things like that in other areas and arenas. As well as, of course, I do provide Reiki and energy healing. That can be found at my website, which is www.realmofthemystic.life. It's spelled exactly how it is here on the channel. There are a lot of energy services available, and I right now do have the distance 30-minute session on special, as well as my Etsy page, which is where I display the products and enchantments that are for purchase for your investment, which you can actually get to that via Realm of the Mystic too. I will drop the link to each of these in the below, but that's also going to be www.etsy.com/shop/enchanted desires. But again, the link will be below. But if you can also find it on Etsy if you search for Enchanted Desires, which is with a ZDEZIRES. But why I'm coming forward is I did think it was going to be good to just kind of share with you some of the products that I have that is helpful for you guys, and that will be. I'm also going to do, I'll do a sale probably soon too. But right now we have the element of the divine masculine products. Those are all on sale for Father's Day, and that sale is actually running through the end of the month on the 29th. It is 30% off of those enchantments, as well as I have one of the premium blends on sale, which is Sentiments of Serenity, and I actually think I'm going to put the other one on sale as well, so I'm going to talk about that enchantment of love. So just to kind of give you guys an idea of how these tools can be helpful for you, and if you don't want to or not able to purchase these, still how you can utilize some of these energies. I'm going to talk about the energies as well. So it is really important to, I'm talking about also honoring the divine masculine, and so I really do love that energy to work with. Again, masculine energy, generally speaking, is an action-oriented, orderly energy, which is very important during this time as well. While we are in this place of intuition and being reflective, as I mentioned before, you want to make sure that you also are being action oriented to be able to navigate through the shift. So which means you don't want to get so involved in just the feelings and just the being, where you aren't actually utilizing and implementing and practicing those rituals, those tools, those techniques, those tips, those things that can be very helpful for you from different aspects of your life, whether that's personally, financially, etc. Right? So just a little two of the ones, the specialty blends, which I will highlight those first. Enchantment of Love is one that is really good to utilize too. We often hear that love is the highest and purest vibration, and it is. It's a little bit different than what we think about as far as humanly love, but it's all about being truly self-accepting, truly self-aligned with oneness, which also means that universal consciousness, your highest self, yourself, your spirit guides, your ancestors. It's this vibration of just complete being and thriving in that aspect. And so how that can be helpful, that tool in particular, is not only about just attracting love in your life from a particular partner. You can utilize that for that, but also it's your intention and being purposeful with how you're using it. So it can be used just to attract that vibration into your life, into your workings that you're doing, which also means that it can be very healing for you and your ancestors. It also can add that vibration to any of your rituals to bring it to your atmosphere and your environment. And if you can maintain and you reach that vibration of true love, like agate love, that true divine love, elevated love, you'll find how much the universe truly opens up to you with everything that you're attracting and manifesting. And so that is a good one to utilize for that. I use it for my ancestral work as well, with just healing, and when I'm loving on them and when I'm honoring, and with any energies that I work with. There's times where I'll just mist it kind of over their altar space just to say, hey, I love you, I'm just giving you ashe, right? And so that's a great one to use. I also have sentiments of serenity. Another one that's really, really good, specifically made with helping to keep your aura cleansed, clear, fortified, bring you those vibrations of serenity. A very high vibrational is great for your environment as well. I use that a lot when I just need to cleanse myself, when I'm grounding but don't have time to necessarily go outside to a tree at that moment or to meditate. I will use that spray or that oil because it comes in both. And when I utilize it, it's like I instantly get this pick-me-up as well, this cleanse, kind of rejuvenating, this serenity, serene peace kind of feeling that comes over me. It does the same thing within my house when I spritz it and spray it around in my environment. Both of those, or any of these, can also be used in diffusers to really get this going in your bring the vibration to your atmosphere too. Also, they are both Reiki charged as well. And they are both charged with multiple compatible energies. So what that means is that they have essences that actually are in alignment with the mist, whether that's herbs, oils, and also channeled energy from some of the energies, entities, deities that I do work with that also represent, they're in alignment with those mists. So they are highly charged and highly powerful, and I will make sure both of those will actually be on sale during this time as well. So also we have the elements of Obatala, the element of Dambala, the elements of Ogun, the element of Shango, the elements of Sobek, and the elements of Horus. I believe those are all, if I missed anybody, oh my goodness, the elements of the divine masculine that I do have. And so each one of those, again, is a perfect time to utilize them while they are 30% off, as well as shipping is free at $35 purchase. So that's great too if you're within the United States. And so the elements of Obatala, he's one that sometimes I feel is a little, not used as much as some others, and not talking about some of the more popular kind of energies like Shango, for example. But Obatala is amazing. If we piggyback off of what we were just speaking about in the last upload, he is great for mental clarity, keeping your crown chakra clear and cleansed, as well as your aura and your energetic space. I'm also in your household, and so it also can help you with being able to discern and connect spiritually as we talk about our highest selves and our guides and our ancestors, etc. He is one of the energies that when I first decided I was going to make products, which I began making them for myself, but I had been commissioned to for a while and being led to for a while, that came to me like, hey, one of the first ones. And he actually is not the easiest energy to channel, even though most people wouldn't realize that about him, just because of how much goes into his purity, his clarity, his consciousness, and his vibration. So it's a really powerful mist, I will say that. And so that's with Obats. I could go on forever with all these energies, but it's just giving you an idea of how these can be helpful for you, piggybacking off the last video. I'm going to save Nambala for last. Shango, as many know, he is like a warrior. Shango is kind of seen as that brawler, the fighter that you can bring, to get done, right? He's a little bit more of a frontline fighter, as we were talking about before, but he's so much more than that as well. one way, a thing that can be helpful with utilizing him during this time is for yourself. If you're finding yourself to kind of be overwhelmed, in a slump, energetically depleted, his energy is great for giving you a boost and uplifting, as well as kind of giving you that little fire warrior energy. You can utilize him also with working with your ancestors to venerate them and to bring that strength and that power back to your ancestral line, to reawaken and to heal that. Which also goes to Ogun, can be used similar as well. Now, Ogun's energy is a little bit different. I like to think of him, he's also a brawler and a fighter, but it's very, very different. He's more like the silent assassin, that kind of shows up. He may not be right on the initial forefront, but he's going to be there. He's very calculated with his approach. And so also he is great with clearing blockages and opening roads as well, which is why he's also that kind of assassin energy. And so he's a great one to work with too during this time for some of the same reasons I mentioned, but also while so many people are being impacted financially right now, an amazing energy just to work with on one, clearing any blockages and roads ancestrally, as well as for yourself, and making sure that you are staying vibrationally and aligned and with wealth and financially secure and abundant and prosperous during this time as well. So Beck is a similar energy as far as kind of the assassin type energy. He can lurk a little bit if you're not familiar with him, very stealthy, but also a really strong protective energy and very, very calculated and intentional. So that is an energy that can be utilized to help you truly decipher through what moves to make during this time. If you're trying to figure out what is the best way for me to be a part of the shift, as I was speaking about earlier, what is my role in this? It's a great energy to connect with for that, with just kind of that inner insight as well as protection for you during this time. Who's last? Horus. So with Horus, who I adore as well, I have a personal relationship with all of these energies. So Horus is, think about the all-seeing eye, so to speak. So an amazing energy. He's a little bit laid back for me, as far as he's not the most assertive in your face, but he's definitely there. You will feel his presence. You will know his presence is there. He's great for, again, that inner insight, because he does have that all-seeing eye. So you can really connect with him to understand and to discern and get clarity on what is happening, third eye perspective, right? Beyond just what we're physically being told and seen, as well as giving you that advantage viewpoint for how to move and for your life and to protect you in that aspect as well. Again, I could say more, but it's just giving you an idea. And I think so, Numbala. I saved him for last because he's such an interesting energy, which I truly adore. But he, is a great one for protection. Very, very great to just have overall, because he's very, very powerful. He is a creative god. So that means that you can surely pour in that energy during this time of manifesting and creation to have on your team. Very, very powerful with creation. He also is very sexual, so I'm going to be honest with that. A few of them are, Shango kind of has that rappers too, right? And Sebek can kind of evoke those feelings too. But Dambala definitely is a heavy, can evoke kind of that sexual, kind of root chakra on up, kundalini rising up to your crown, kind of creating energy for you. So just overall a well-rounded energy to work with. And I have quite a few products for him. I actually have a mist, an oil, and an altar conjure rice for him as well. That is great to give him as an offering, or to just put on your altar, and you can burn like a tea light or a chime or a votive candle on top of that too, for extra energy. There's a lot of products on the page. I just wanted to highlight those because they are on sale, and they are going to be on sale to the 29th. And just to tell you how they could be beneficial and helpful for you during this time, piggybacking off of what we just discussed in the last video. Or upload. Like I said, we'll put the links below. If you have any questions, you can definitely drop them here. You can send me a message on Etsy as well, related to any product that I have listed there too. I really try to check that page constantly throughout the day. Just if you need any clarity with any other energies. But if you haven't, I do have some videos. There were a few videos back talking about working with energies and working with entities and deities. That would be very helpful for you to listen to if you're also new to through the path and working with them. But what I will say, and I just want to put this disclaimer out there, these are not just products that I just put together using herbs and oils. I do use herbs and oils, which the essences that are used are given to me by the actual deities, the spirits, the energies themselves, as well. But each product has direct channeled energy, so they work. And so even on the listing, I always indicate to be intentional and purposeful with when you're using it, because you can use these to invoke, to evoke, to just bring their vibration to your environments. They're very flexible, but it is direct channeled energy there. So I just want you to be mindful of that. This is not just throwing together some oils and herbs. These are energies that I have relationships with. Every product that I make, I have been approached and commissioned by the energies to actually complete and do their product, whether it is actually a conjure vibrational mist or a conjure oil, which also can be utilized. And a few of them do have oils, not all of them. Most of them have mist, because I do love the aspect of just kind of misting it in the environment, misting it, spritzing it over myself, utilizing, putting a few drops in my diffuser. And there's something to the way that water just really holds energy. I'm a huge water magic person when it comes to healing, cleansing, releasing, and just how powerful the element is with storing cellular memory and energy. And so that's one of the reasons why I do actually do the mist as well, because of how it just holds that energy and it does not expire. It just gets stronger over time. Oil is great as well, but there are a little bit, I do find the oil with the time, and that's because of the properties of oil in itself with that. So that's why I have more spray mist than oils, and they actually last a really long time. You only need a little bit of spritz. They last a very long time. It's a 4-ounce bottle for them. And so you can utilize a 4-ounce bottle for quite a while. But I do suggest utilizing it often. And I'm just making sure I did not miss anyone. If I did, I'll have to hear it later. But no, that should be everyone. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share the videos on the channel. I really do want to grow the channel. It's not so much of growing it just for popularity or just monetarily, although that's nice, but because just to continue to spread the message. And the more that it grows and spreads, then I actually get more feedback from you guys as far as the content and what you need. And it's great to actually just have that interaction and to know how it's being effective and helpful for you. So please share, even if it's not just this one, just any of the videos. I just implore you to share and to follow us as well on social media. On Facebook, we are Realm of the Mystic the same way. On Instagram, we are also Realm of the Mystic, spelled the exact same way as well. And again, I will drop all the links below too. So you guys go and be magically, mystically prosperous on this wonderful Thursday, which is all about that lovely Jupiter energy. Check out the sale. Talk to you again very soon. Bye.